The Wardogs weekend closed beta is over, and I am heartbroken, just like you, except for my heart stronger. And we have got nothing to do now for 2 weeks. However, they have released a video today called Beta Recap and Next Steps. So let's check it out and see what is going to be coming in the forthcoming future.
Closed beta is now over. Thank you so much for giving us your time, believing in our team, and checking out Wardogs ahead of our early access launch.
One thing I will say about the devs on this, they are very transparent about the game. They are absolutely fantastic, and more people should aspire to be like this.
We just want to give you a quick recap of the beta, what went right, what went wrong, and what...
I hate live ops. They even had sort of little jokes in as well.
What's next for Wardogs before we hit early access on the 10th of September?
10th of September cannot come enough. Debriefing.
The reaction
12 days
has been insane, with nearly 500,000 unique players showing up to play in the closed beta.
That is so
the
much.
same week as Call of Duty's beta and Battlefield's massive update.
They had to slip that in, didn't they, then? The same weekend as Call of Duty's, yes. Oh, and also Battlefield released an update as well. And if anyone's been paying attention, apparently Call of Duty's beta weekend absolutely flopped. I think more than half the player base stopped playing it, and the player count just diminished badly. And when I was looking on Twitter/X later, people were angry. People were pissed.
The FPS community showed up for Wardogs and smashed milestones. If you told us 6 months ago were going to happen, we'd have called you mental. #1 game on Twitch for 2 nights in a row, and saw over 100,000 concurrent players at our peak on the final day of the beta. Watching all the streams, the comments and reactions made the last 4 years of development and honestly no sleep all weekend so worth it. As we anticipated though, Wardogs isn't a game for everyone. We saw around 4% of players refund the game because they felt it just wasn't for them.
How dare you? How even dare you use your God-given rights to refund a game? To be fair, that's pretty goddamn awesome. Only 4%. I would be pretty chuffed with that. And they even said, oh, you can play like the entire weekend, and if you want to refund it, they'll just let you refund it, which I don't think many people do. Steam has a refund policy of 2 hours, so I don't know how that worked in coalition with their policy. But if you manage to refund it, then fair dues. You're going to miss out. That's all I'm going to say.
Which is totally valid, and the reason we ran the test in the first place. What's not fine, however, from our perspective, is not upholding the high standard we set with our closed alpha in terms of stability, as an additional 3% of players experienced crashes at launch or during gameplay. So to be clear, whilst it's great we had such high highs this weekend, and while some crashes and bugs are to be expected, this just isn't acceptable.
They're saying that, which is really good, because that kind of like ambition to fix things is what's needed. But they say 3% of people experience like game-breaking kind of crashes and stuff like that. Then if you went online, there were some people being very vocal about it, and you would think that there was a majority of them that were having issues. Now, I personally, on the last day, in the last few hours of the beta, only experienced a bit of rubber banding, and I think that's because they introduced the hardcore servers and the infantry servers, so they were really stretching resources. But they did say that the whole weekend was there for them to push the boundaries and see what they could do right now with the sort like capabilities that they've got. So I think 3% only struggling is that's fantastic in a not so good but good way.
Thankfully, due to beta testing, we now have a lot of the information, reports and data we need to fix them. The launch crashes alongside VoIP issues are now our #1 priority between now and the next time everyone can jump back in and play. It's funny to think back now the beta's over, but for anyone that knows our history, the first hour was just pure PTSD.
Joe, it's been 16 minutes, 50,000 in queue. People are watching, they're waiting, they're pissed off. The fuck's going on here?
That's a bit harsh. Who was that? Someone called Big Fry? I mean, don't get me wrong. I am like you, slightly human, and I will occasionally have the rage, and I will occasionally shout and stuff like that. But he sounds really, really angry.
People are watching, they're waiting, they're pissed off. The fuck's going on here?
An issue with Twitch drops and granting DLC pinging a node on our back end meant thousands of players sat in queue waiting to play. Thankfully, the biggest brains at Bulkhead resolved the issue within the longest hour of our lives, But to do it, we had to make a call to turn off Twitch drops and DLC, which sucked, but in the grand scheme was a small price to pay to get everyone in game.
That's such a weird problem to have, isn't it?
After the initial hiccup, we saw tens of thousands of players flooding into the servers, and 3 days of absolute cinema ensued.
Did you guys see that? Oh, I fucking splattered him!
Now that the Wardogs beta weekend is over,
I have got some incredibly funny, in my opinion, clips because of this game. This game is so cinematic, it's unreal. And the proximity chat as well. I feel like it's something like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 back in the days of like, I think like PS3 days then, wasn't it? Or was it PS4? I think it was PS4. And on Battlefield 4, it's that kind of like cinematic, but you can also talk to people as well. It makes a real game-changing experience. It's absolutely amazing.
we have a handful of devs on their way to Gamescom in Cologne, but the majority of our team is heads down working on the next big beats for Wardogs before early access. And you 100% do not want to miss it if you enjoyed the beta. For context, last week we announced the FPS Game Show, our own gaming showcase that will drop live on Twitch after Gamescom on the 3rd of September, 6 PM UTC, in tandem with some of the most established FPS studios and upcoming games you will not want to miss, especially if you have or are planning to pre-order Wardogs. We have an absolutely massive announcement coming, and if you enjoyed the beta and you don't watch, you are going to miss out. Right, we've got a lot of work to do.
Put it in your diaries, everyone. When is that event going to be happening? So that is going to be September the 3rd at 7 PM BST. British Standard Time? Is this studio in the UK? I need to do a lot more looking into this stuff, but I want to be there for that.
We've got a lot of work to do. So in the meantime, find your favorite content creators on YouTube, watch their first impressions videos, and discuss with your mates to decide whether or not you want to pre-order Wardogs. In the meantime, here are just some of our favorite highlights from the closed beta weekend.
Here we go.
I will fix you. I will fix you, man. Go, go.
I'm going in!
I wouldn't be surprised if he broke his leg when he jumps out the window then.
Fine.
He's brought us. Damn.
6:30.
Holy moly.
Holy shit, bro!
Damn. Honestly, I have not had this much fun on an FPS game in a long time. I stopped playing FPS games for the prime reason that it was so sweaty, so competitive, everyone had to be the best. And there are people who are going to play this game and they have to be the best because their egos need scratching. But I'm not like that. I just want to come home and have fun, and I think this game caters to both those markets, so we have something gold here. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you itching? I think there's 12 days left. I am definitely itching. I can't not. Just seeing the clips then and seeing them working on the back end got me super excited. But yeah, let me know how excited you are. Let me know if you pre-ordered. Let me know if you refunded, why you refunded, and also where I can kick your ass tomorrow night preferably for refunding. I'm joking. I'm only joking. Don't worry, little one. Don't worry. I won't kick your butt much. I'll see you next time. Take care.